This episode is brought to you by Visit Williamsburg. In Williamsburg, Virginia, there's never too much of a good thing. Whether you're a foodie, a golfer, a history buff, a shopaholic, an outdoor enthusiast, or a thrill seeker, you'll find what you came for here and more. So ask yourself, what is it you want? Discover Williamsburg and plan your trip at visitwilliamsburg.com.
Does Monday at the office feel like a storm? Not with Microsoft Copilot. That feeling when Copilot gets everyone up to speed instantly? It's sunny again. When Copilot simplifies complex data so your teams can act, that sun's shining on a beach. And when Copilot uncovers hidden insights, you're on that beach with your people, and you find buried treasure. That's Microsoft Copilot. Learn more at Microsoft.com/AI for all.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 2094. 5 Exhausting Pressures Parents Can Let Go of Forever, by Denaye Barahona with Erica Layne.co. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for stopping in for another parenting episode of ORD. And I'm your host and narrator, Greg Audino. Today, I'll be reading to you from Erica Layne's site, a post written by Denaye Barahona, who has guest written for several sites we share from across the network. Her name comes up an awful lot as she is wise about many topics. So let's hear what she has to say today about how parents can slow themselves down a bit and the benefits that come from doing so as we optimize your life. 5 Exhausting Pressures Parents Can Let Go of Forever, by Denaye Barahona with Erica Layne.co. Prior to becoming a parent myself, I was a know-it-all. Shortly after joining the ranks of motherhood, I quickly became a do-it-all. Let me explain the difference. A know-it-all simply believes they know everything. A do-it-all actually attempts to act on everything they know. You know, the kind of mother that reads her kid a dozen books a day, builds her career, grows her own organic food, never needs a break, and has children who are beaming with constant smiles. It didn't take too long until I realized that as a do-it-all, I was trying to be everything and do everything for my children, and this came at a cost. The cost? I was taking away important opportunities for my children to grow and develop. I was trying to be the perfect mother to the detriment of my children. My brain and life looked like an overflowing suitcase, the kind of suitcase you have to sit on to get zipped up. That was me. I could barely get it closed, and it was certainly over the legal weight limit. I found myself carrying that bag full of obligations, duties, and expectations around with me everywhere I went. Parenthood felt heavy. Like every other mother, I had the best of intentions. When my first child was born, I was wrapping up a doctorate in child development and had already spent several years doing child and family therapy. As a result, I knew a lot about what children need to grow and develop. I had all the research. I read all the books. I knew all the parenting philosophies. I was basically a walking resource library filled with facts, tools, and theoretical frameworks. But once I got my footing as a mother, I was able to sort out the content of this overflowing bag. The harsh reality was that I was carrying a whole lot of weight that I needed to hand back over to my children. That weight was actually essential for them to grow, learn, and develop. I know sometimes it can be hard to know what to take out and leave behind. It can be hard to know what we don't need. So I'm going to tell you. Disclaimer, I am not a do-it-all anymore, but I'm still kind of a know-it-all. It's all good news for those of you who are bearing a heavy burden in parenthood. Less is more. I'm going to tell you exactly what to take out of your suitcase, because you'll want to leave some extra space in there for the surprises and lessons that your children are going to bring you along the way. 5 Exhausting Pressures Parents Can Let Go of Forever. Now, take 5 deep breaths. 5 sighs of relief. Because what our children truly need from us will actually make our journey lighter. Sigh number 1. Let go of the pressure to buy all the things to keep your kids happy. Surely children will light up with fleeting joy when they receive new toys. But when we stop using stuff to make our kids happy, we are giving them an opportunity to focus on finding joy through the intangible, new adventures and relationships with people they love. Sigh number 2. Let go of the pressure to constantly entertain your kid. You are not an entertainer. In fact, When we provide fewer structured activities and sources of entertainment, we are gifting our children opportunities to create and innovate their own joy. When you step back on your entertaining, your children will step up and learn how to do it themselves. But they need practice. Sign number 3. Let go of the pressure to be on every moment you are together with family. Last I checked, you are human. And as humans, we need the space to breathe. As parents, we can find small ways to delight in our children every day, but we will never delight in them all day. Set the bar low and focus on quality time over quantity of time. Give yourself permission to engage your mind in things unrelated to your family. If you aim to be present and perfect all day, every day then you will fall short. Sign number 4. Let go of the pressure to solve sibling squabbles. Don't be a referee. Sibling relationships are the practice ground for managing intimacy in later life. When it's safe, let's remove ourselves from the equation and give our children a chance to have hands-on practice with problem solving and conflict management. Giving them that practice is a gift. And sign number 5. Let go of the pressure to hover over your kids. It's natural to fear for our children's safety and well-being. But when we hover, we send our children the message that they aren't capable. When we step back and let them take moderate risks, we show them that we are confident in their abilities. And that confidence is contagious. They will start believing in themselves. Once you let go of all the extra baggage, you will see that your children will thrive. Because less is more, even when it comes to parenting. You just listened to the post titled, 5 Exhausting Pressures Parents Can Let Go of Forever by Denaye Barahona with ericalayne.co. Now, I am a big believer that if you want to be your best self in your relationships, or in anything you do, you need to fuel yourself properly. And that's why I'm so happy to have this show sponsored by Factor. Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals make eating better every day easy. You'll have over 35 options a week to choose from, including keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and more. And there's even more to enjoy with over 55 nutrition-packed add-ons that help make your weekly meal planning even more delicious. Factor is the perfect solution if you're looking for fast, upscale, and healthy options done easily. Not to mention it's flexible for your schedule. Get as much or as little as you need by choosing anywhere from 6 to 18 meals per week. Plus, you can pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime with no hassle whatsoever if something changes. So, head to factormeals.com/optimal50, that's optimal50, and use code optimal50 to get 50% off. That's code optimal50 at factormeals.com/optimal50 to get 50% off. Picture a wardrobe upgrade with quality essentials at an unbeatable price. Quince has you covered with timeless pieces that never go out of style. You'll have them in your closet forever. Quince has all the must-haves, like Mongolian cashmere crewneck sweaters from $50, iconic 100% leather jackets, and versatile flow knit activewear. And all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. That's because by partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. And most importantly, Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. And as for me, I love Quince's versatility too. They have great home items as well as clothes, and I've been really happy with the bedding that I bought from them. When you look at it and you feel the material, you can tell easily that it's of high quality. So indulge in affordable luxury. Go to quince.com/ORD for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/ORD to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/ORD. And thanks so much to Denaye for this guest post. And of course, thanks to Erica as well for letting us share it from her site. A lot of talk here about really embracing the struggle of motherhood, accepting the imperfections on our own parts, and that's great. I think if there is one most frequent theme addressed in the parenting articles we share and the commentary I offer, it is that very allowance of oneself to mess up and not to do everything right as parents, being okay with that. But I love one of the things Denaye said today to help us understand why that is such a helpful approach. Of course, it's important for our own sanity as parents. We know that. But she also said toward the beginning, and really several times after, that by trying to do everything and be everything for her kids, ultimately she was taking opportunities away from them to learn and grow. And to me, that's really important to pay attention to, because as a parent experiencing such feelings, you are likely driven by the need to do right by your children at all costs. But what's hard to think about sometimes is how our actions will impact them not just now, but also in the future and in between the cracks. And one downside of trying to do it all for our kids is taking away from their ability to be creative, to be autonomous, what have you. So, think about the subtle effects that your actions may have on your kids today, but don't drive yourself too crazy. It's time to get going for now, but I thank you all so much for being here as always. Enjoy your Friday, everyone. Be safe, and I hope to see you again over the weekend, where your optimal life awaits.